What would you say if I told you that true healing doesn't come from a pill or a hospital, but from something deep inside you? And what if there was an ancient spiritual key, one as old as humanity itself, that could heal not just your body, but the unseen wounds of your soul? Throughout our lives, we gather pain. For some, it shows up as physical illness, chronic pain, imbalance, exhaustion. For others, it's more subtle, lingering in our energy field as unexplained sadness, a sense of emptiness, constant anxiety, or feeling disconnected from life, as if something deep inside is crying for help, but we don't know how to listen. Ancient wisdom never saw the body and soul as separate. The sages understood that every physical ailment is a signal of deeper imbalance, a message from the soul asking for healing. In mystical traditions, the body was seen as the temple of the soul, and to heal the body, you had to heal the spirit too. This video is a guide for those who feel a calling for deeper healing. We'll explore how energy, awareness, and intention can become sacred tools to restore balance in every part of your being. We'll uncover teachings passed down through the ages by mystics, spiritual healers, and shamans, teachings that are coming to light again in this time of awakening. We'll discuss the body as an energy map, emotions as hidden messages, and the power of speech, thought, and silence. You'll also learn a quick, powerful technique that helps focus your intention and speed up transformation. This isn't just a healing video, it's an invitation to reconnect with your true nature, an energetic being, full of power and capable of reigniting your inner light. So open your heart, quiet your mind, and get ready, because you're about to enter a space where the soul speaks and the body listens. Healing has never been just about the physical. It's a sacred process that embraces all layers of existence: physical, mental, spiritual, and energetic. The ancients knew that pain doesn't appear out of nowhere. Every illness at its core is a messenger. Those who learn to understand symptoms as symbols can discover the path to inner transformation. In ancient Egypt, healers were also priests, masters of balancing the body's energy through sound, herbs, symbols, and rituals. The Eber's Papyrus, one of the oldest medical texts, didn't just talk about physical remedies, it included spells and prayers. To its authors, disease wasn't a failure of the body, but a sign of energetic or spiritual disorder. The goddess Sekhmet, for example, represented both destruction and healing, a symbol of the dual nature of inner power, which could either heal or cause illness, depending on balance. This view of energy and duality in the body became a cornerstone in many traditions that followed. In the Vedic tradition, the body is seen as the soul's vessel on its journey. The chakras, subtle energy centers, reflect both physical and spiritual dimensions. When any of these centers are blocked, the flow of prana, life force, is disrupted and illness follows. Ayurveda, the science of life, teaches that all illness stems from imbalances between body, mind, and spirit. The ancient Arsais understood that unchecked emotions can disturb the five elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether, and that true healing requires more than just herbs. It calls for introspection, letting go, and meditation. For Native American healers, the greatest illness was soul loss, a splitting of the life force after trauma, deep pain, or losing connection to purpose. This left a feeling of emptiness, showing up as apathy, chronic sorrow, or even physical illness. Their healing was about soul retrieval through ceremonies, sacred songs, plants, and spiritual journeys, restoring wholeness, not just treating symptoms. Even Western thinkers like Pythagoras, Plato, and Empedocles recognized the need for the body to be in harmony with the universe. They used music, art, and meditation as tools for spiritual healing. Pythagoras used sound to bring the soul into harmony with the cosmos, and Plato believed that healing the soul was the key to all true cures. Secret schools like Hermeticism and Kabbalah taught that as above, so below. What happens in the soul is reflected in the body. Disease, therefore, isn't punishment, but a mirror, revealing a deeper issue that needs attention. From this perspective, healing is like alchemy, turning the lead of suffering into the gold of consciousness. To do this, you must take an inner journey, guided by spiritual wisdom and be willing to look within with honesty and compassion. In the next section, we'll explore the key principles of spiritual healing so you can apply them to your own life. To understand the power of spiritual healing, you first need to learn how to read the messages your body gives you. Every ache, tension, or illness is not just a biological problem. It's a hidden message about your inner state. The body gets sick only when the soul can no longer stay silent. Imagine your body as a garden. Every thought, feeling, and experience plants a seed. Some seeds grow into flowers, joy, health, vitality. Others, if ignored, grow into weeds, fear, resentment, guilt, regret. If you neglect your garden too long, the soil dries up and the body starts to rebel. When you feel a lump in your throat, could there be something you haven't said? When your chest hurts without a medical cause, could it be the echo of a wounded heart? Soul medicine begins when you stop seeing your body as an enemy and start recognizing it as an ally, one that communicates truths the mind often refuses to accept. Many spiritual and energy-based traditions agree that each part of the body is connected to specific emotions and mental states. For example, in Chinese medicine, the liver is linked to anger. When you suppress emotions or can't express your frustrations, the liver can become overworked. The lungs are tied to sorrow. People carrying deep grief, loss, or loneliness often struggle with breathing problems. The stomach doesn't just digest food, it processes emotions too. Issues like indigestion can point to difficulty digesting life's challenges. The knees represent flexibility and humility. Problems with the knees may indicate struggles with accepting change, letting go of control, or lowering your ego. This isn't superstition, it's a map that shows where emotional pain manifests in the body. Understanding these signs is the first step toward true healing. One of the most powerful teachings from spirituality is this: disease is not a punishment, but a teacher. It shows up when you've ignored your inner voice for too long, the voice that's quietly urging you to change. It may seem intimidating, but many people facing serious health issues say that their illness helped them reconnect with their purpose in life, as if their suffering opened a door that would have stayed shut otherwise. The poet Rumi said, "The wound is where the light enters you." The key is to pay attention to the subtle signals before the body has to shout at you. A persistent ache, trouble sleeping, or sadness disguised as fatigue are all gentle hints before your body has to scream for attention. So cultivating inner peace, self-awareness, and mindfulness is crucial. Meditation, self-reflection, and energy healing aren't just luxuries, they're part of maintaining spiritual health. True healing isn't just about getting rid of symptoms, it's about returning to your center, and that requires more than just treatment. It takes awareness and intentionality. Intention directs energy with laser-like precision. When you combine clear intention with energy work and spiritual practice, healing happens faster. Awareness helps you understand why illness appeared, what needs to be released, and how to restore balance. In the next section, we'll explore deeper levels of healing, how your energy field works, the role of vibrations, and how to shift your inner reality to create true well-being. Spiritual healing opens us up to a world that's invisible to the eye but felt deeply by the soul. Everything around us carries a frequency: our bodies, thoughts, emotions, and even illness. By understanding and working with our energy, we get to the root cause of imbalance, going beyond just physical symptoms. Before illness shows up in the body, it first appears in the energy field, or aura, the layers that extend beyond the skin. Every thought and emotion leaves an imprint. When negative emotions like fear, guilt, anger, or sadness aren't processed, they can create blockages. These blockages not only affect your mind, but also disrupt the flow of energy through your physical body. It's like the life force stops flowing freely and starts to stagnate, leading to discomfort or disease. That's why practices like Reiki, Qigong, meditation, and sound therapy are so effective. They don't work directly on the body, but on the vibrations that make up the body. Chakras are energy centers along the spine, each one connected to specific organs, emotions, and mental states. When a chakra is blocked, its energy gets